Your Excellencies, members of the authority of heads of the President of the Republic of Burundi, and Chair of the Peace and Security Council of the United Nations Secretary General, and Head of the United Nations Office for West Africa, Abubakar Abdusalami, Excellency Baba Gana Kingibe, Special Envoy of the Chair of the Authority to the State of Libya and the people, Honorable Bankole Adeoye, Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security of the African Union, representing his for the silencing of the guns. Honorable Ministers, distinguished heads of community and institutions of the host member states, ladies and gentlemen, this is the second extraordinary summit on the political situation in the region.
To respond to this invitation this morning, and they have put faith with us, with democracy, freedom, and economic development, not only of Ecowas region, but of the African continent as a whole. Again, today we gather with all sense of urgency and firm determination, leaning upon the commitment made during our first extraordinary session on the great political crisis following our sister nation. During that initial meeting, we voiced our solidarity with the people of Niger and their democratically elected president, His Excellency Ahmed by condemning the military takeover and the unjust detention of their democratically elected president and other officials. As you may recall, we called the juncture to rescind the decision of them chopping a democratically elected government. We proceeded to impose sanctions with the hope that this resolute measure will serve as a catalyst for the restoration of the constitutional order in Niger. The 7-day ultimatum we issued during the fourth summit has not yielded the desired outcome. We have also made diligent effort through the deployment of various Ecowas mediation teams. I'm glad Abdul Salam Abubakar is here. His Eminence is here. Baba Kanogingibe is here to give you their report and their observation during the intervention. I must, on behalf of every one of you, show gratitude to them, patriotism and dedication, sealed for which they have responded to the assignment to intervene and bring peace, stability back to Niger. They have feasted Libya, Algeria, and they were received by leaders there. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, following the resolution of our previous extraordinary summit to initiate a meeting of Ecowas Chief of Defense Staff, the meeting of the Chief of Defense Staffs was duly held from 2nd to 4th of August 2023. The outcome of that meeting, as well as a memorandum by the President of the ECOWAS Commission on current socio-political development in Niger, will be presented during this summit. This will offer critical insight that will inform our collective decision-making process at this meeting. Today's summit provides a significant opportunity for meticulously reviewing and assessing the progress made since our last gathering. It is essential to evaluate the effectiveness of our interventions and identify any gaps or challenges that may have hindered progress. Only through this comprehensive assessment can we collectively chart a new sustainable path towards lasting peace, stability, and prosperity in Niger. More so, in reaffirming our relentless commitment to democracy, human rights, and the well-being of the people of Niger, it is crucial that we prioritize diplomatic negotiations and dialogue as the bedrock of our approach. We did. And we still look to engage the party involved, including the coup leaders, in earnest discussion to convince them to relinquish power as suggested and reinstate President Bazoum. It is our duty to exhaust all avenues of engagement to ensure a swift return to constitutional governance in Niger. More specifically, as leaders of our respective nations, we must recognize that the political crisis in Niger not only poses a threat to the stability of the nations, but also has far-reaching implications for the entire West African region. By remaining steadfast in our adherence to the principle of democracy, good governance, and the rule of law, we can restore peace, stability, and prosperity in the Republic of Niger, thereby fostering an environment conducive for growth and development for all. Esteemed Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm confident that the second Ecowas Extraordinary Summit today on the socio-political situation in Niger will be a defining moment in our journey towards a stronger, more resilient, and integrated West Africa. Let us seize this opportunity to make a lasting impact on the lives of our fellow Africans. Who else can do it except us? We must resolve to do it ourselves, and we are the only one. I extend my gratitude to each of you for your attention to this critical issue. I trust that our deliberation will be productive and fruitful, leading us to finding an amicable solution to the political crisis in Niger. As we continue to work together in solidarity and harmony, we can ensure a prosperous future for the entire continent, not just only West African sub-region, but our continent, Africa. With these remarks, I hereby declare this extraordinary summit open.
Comprehension. English language interpretation is available on channel 1. The formula is now 1+2 only. We shall have the special envoy member states has cordially provided lunch for all participants. The heads of states will have their lunch in room 026. There will be
extraordinaire sur la situation socio-politique en République du Niger, tenu à Abuja le 10 août 2023, motion de remerciement. Les membres éternels qui leur a été réservé, ainsi que les excellents moyens mis à leur disposition pour assurer le bon déroulement de leurs travaux. Fait à Abuja, le 10 août 2023, la conférence.
I get the same also excellent.
On this second extraordinary summit on the socio-economic situation in the Republic of Niger, I stand before you filled with gratitude and hope that each one of us we addressed and we have exhausted your concerns. You have exhibited great membership, dedication, and patriotism. I recognize the danger facing our dear neighbor, Niger. I hope that through our collective efforts, we can bring about a peaceful resolution as a roadmap to restoring stability and democracy in Niger. All is not lost yet. The outcome of this summit is a testament to the power of collaboration and unity. We have reaffirmed our commitment to the people of Niger and to the progress of our entire Ecowas community. We will continue with that. And you will see from the communique of this extraordinary summit that no option is taken off the table, including the use of force as a last resort. If we don't do it, no one else will do it for us. We remain steadfast in our commitment to supporting Niger in the journey towards peaceful and democratic stability in the country. The road ahead will undoubtedly have challenges, but I firmly believe that with our collective resolve, we can navigate these obstacles and chart a path towards lasting peace and prosperity for Nigerians and Ecowas. I extend my sincere gratitude to all of you for your dedication and valuable contributions during this extraordinary summit. Your unwavering commitment to Ecowas and the welfare of our continent is highly commendable. I want to thank you for your positive remarks and recognition given to me and the government of the people of Nigeria. May our collective efforts pave the way for a brighter future for the Nigerian people and for all Africans. May Ecowas continue to thrive as a beacon of unity, cooperation, and progress in the region. With this, I officially bring the second extraordinary summit on the socio-political situation in the Republic of Niger to a close.
Thank you very much. Excellency, the Chairperson of the Authority, Excellencies, the members of the Authority of Heads of State and Government, while standing on all other existing protocols, please allow me to ask you to rise for the Ecowas anthem.
Extraordinary Summit of the Ecowas Authority of Heads of State and Government on the political situation in Niger, 10th August 2023, final communique. the Authority of Heads of State and Government of the Economic Community of West African States convened in an extraordinary session in Abuja, Nigeria on 10th August 2023 under the chairmanship of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Chair of the Ecowas Authority. The extraordinary summit was convened as a sequel to the recent one held on 30 July 2023, following the illegal detention of President Mohamed Bazoum by the members of the Presidential Guard in the Republic of Niger on 26 July 2023. Present at the summit were the following heads of state and duly mandated representatives: His Excellency Patrice Talon, President of the Republic of Benin; His Excellency Alassane Ouattara, President of the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire; His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana; His Excellency Umaru Sissoko Mbalo, President of the Republic of Guinea-Bissau; His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Republic of Nigeria; His Excellency Macky Sall, President of the Republic of Senegal; His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone; His Excellency Faure Gnassingbé, President of the Togolese Republic; His Excellency Mamadou Tangara, Minister of Foreign Affairs, representing His Excellency the President of the Gambia; His Excellency Ambassador D. Maxwell Sarr Kemaya, Minister of Foreign Affairs, representing His Excellency the Head of State, the President of Liberia; His Excellency Belarmino Silva, Ambassador of Cape Verde, representing His Excellency the President of Cabo Verde. The summit was also attended by Veridct Nyasmia, President of the Republic of Burundi; His Excellency Mohamed Ould Ghazouani, President of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania; Omar Aliou Touré, President of the Commission; His Excellency Leonardo Santos Simao, Special Representative of the United Nations Secretary General for West Africa and the Sahel and Head of UNOWAS; His Excellency Ambassador Bankole Adeoye, Commissioner for Peace and Security, representing the Chairperson of the African Union Commission. The authority, having considered the memorandum presented by the President of the ECOWAS Commission on the current situation in the Republic of Niger, as well as ECOWAS engagement since the last extraordinary summit, and having considered the reports of the envoys of the chair to Niger and various other places, carefully considered the report and recommendations of the ECOWAS Committee of Chiefs of Defense Staff, extensively discussed the latest development in Niger since the last extraordinary summit held on 30 July 2023, noted that all diplomatic efforts made by ECOWAS in resolving the crisis have been defiantly repelled by the military leadership of the Republic of Niger, taking note of the expiration of the one-week ultimatum given for the restoration of constitutional order in the Republic of Niger, decide as follows. A, reiterates its strong condemnation of the attempted coup d'etat and the continued illegal detention of President Mohamed Bazoum, his family, and members of his government. B, further condemns the condition in which President Bazoum is being detained and hold the CNSP fully and solely responsible for the safety, security, and physical integrity of President Bazoum, members of his family, and government. C, uphold all measures and principles agreed upon by the extraordinary summit held on Niger on 30th July 2023. Underscore the determination of the ECOWAS authority to keep all options on the table for the peaceful resolution of the crisis. Enforce all measures, in particular border closures and strict travel bans and assets freeze, on all persons or groups of individuals whose actions hinder all peaceful efforts aimed at ensuring the smooth and complete restoration of constitutional order. Warn member states who, by their action directly or indirectly, hindered the peaceful resolution of the crisis in Niger about the consequences for their action before the community. Call on the African Union to endorse all the decisions taken by the Ecowas authority on the situation in Niger. Further call on all partner countries and institutions, including the United Nations, to support ECOWAS in its effort to ensure a quick restoration of constitutional order in conformity with its normative instruments. Direct the President of the Commission to monitor the implementation of the sanctions. Direct the Committee of the Chief of Defense Staff to activate the ECOWAS standby force with all its elements immediately. Order the deployment of the ECOWAS standby force to restore constitutional order in the Republic of Niger. Underscore its continued commitment to the restoration of constitutional order through peaceful means. Express appreciation to His Excellency General Abdulsalami Abubakar, His Eminence Muhammadu Saad Abubakar, the Sultan of Sokoto, Ambassador Baba Kingibe for the special envoy missions undertaken in Niger, Libya, and Algeria on behalf of the Chair of Authority. Express gratitude to His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Chair of the Ecowas Authority, for convening the extraordinary summit and for the manner in which he has been conducting the affair of the community as Chair of Authority. Done at Abuja this 10th day of August 2023. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Once again, launch for the heads of states in room 026, for ministers and statutory appointees in room 030. All other participants beneath the dome that is at the exit of this hall. Bon appétit.
We are in a position to take a few questions before we leave.
The reporters that would like to ask questions will come this way. Please make it very brief.
Quickly. I think the communique is very clear. window for peaceful or window for the restoration of constitutional order through peaceful means remains open. Nobody should consider this as the only option open to ECOWAS. ECOWAS has been engaged in peaceful and diplomatic efforts to effect the restoration of constitutional order in Niger. And the communique has made it very clear the authority has kept that window open. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I just saw more on the right news. I just wanted to ask, when will this deployment of the standby force take place, and were there any conversations about funding of this force going to Niger?
The heads of state have taken the decision and direct the mobilization of the standby force. They have also directed the military authorities in the sub-region to deploy the standby force of the community. As to the financing, that has been discussed and appropriate measures are being taken. Thank you. As political leaders, they have directed the military leaders of the sub-region to mobilize and deploy. I leave you to liaise with the military authorities for details.
Yes, with all of these sanctions imposed by ECOWAS, some people say it's a drawback towards the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. So how do you just suppose the implementation of these sanctions, which includes border closure, barring trade with ECOWAS countries, how do you just suppose it with implementing and ensuring Africa moves towards the complete implementation of the Continental Free Trade Agreement?
When we are citing one instrument of the community or the continent, we should not ignore other instruments. As you cite the instrument of the African Continental Free Trade Area, may I remind you to recall that there are continental and regional instruments that outlaw unconstitutional takeover of power.
Because of you reading the communique, you did say that you're also calling for the support of U.S. and international institutions. In what way are you seeking your support?
In any other way they can support the community. May I refer you to the ECOWAS website, or perhaps further details on the regional standby force will be available there. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. No more questions.
Thank you.
Thank you,
If I may use this opportunity to say one thing, and one thing alone. This is ECOWAS, made up of 15 member countries, as you have seen, who've met and decided on the way forward on this matter. It is not one country against another country. It is not the community against one country. The community has its instruments to which all of us, all members have subscribed. And it is now up to the heads of state and incumbent upon them to make sure the provisions of the various instruments are applied and implemented. So let us look at this as a community initiative, a community action, not an individual country going against another country. And ECOWAS is not going against ECOWAS citizens. ECOWAS is trying to implement principles of the community that we have all subscribed to. That is very important. There is a lot of information out there trying to present this as one country against another country. That is not the situation. And the leaders have made it clear that they are taking their responsibility and acting in accordance with their own plans and intentions. It is not that they have anything against any country or any people. This is a regional position. Please let us send that message out. This is a regional position. It is not one country against another country. Sometimes we tend to change the narrative, but as you have seen, 8 heads of state were here from ECOWAS. In addition to the 8 heads of state, you had 2 other heads of state, the head of state of Burundi, the head of state of Mauritania, and then you had representatives of various international organizations. So this is a regional initiative. It's not an individual country going after another country, or a community going after, or the community going against citizens of the community. Nigerians are ECOWAS citizens, and I think it is important we all recall that before the attempted coup, nobody imposed sanctions on Niger. So I think we should put the blame on those people who have taken the initiative to remove the constitutionally elected head of state. We have all agreed to abide by constitutional order, abide by constitutional rule. So when constitutional order is broken, there are consequences, and that is what the heads of state are trying to apply. I thank you for your attention.